Welcome back to a brand new episode. If you've never been to the channel before, then I hope you enjoy your stay. Here's a place where you can find decks that aren't actually really in the meta. You know, no Goshen, Tai or Golos decks. Occasionally I will do powerful ones, but I try and avoid those ones, so hope you enjoy some of these weirder ones. Today we're looking at Laelia, the Blade Reforged, which is one of my favourite cards to come out in a long time, and it's quite weird because it's mono red, which normally isn't one of my favourite styles of deck to build, especially monocolour, but she seems really good, coming in with haste. Whenever she attacks, exile the top card, and you can play it this turn, includes lands, and she's got another sentence which says whenever one or more cards are put into exile from your library, and you'll go and put a counter on it. So she works really well with anything with escape, works really well with anything that impulses the top card of your deck so you can play it, and anything with flashback if you may have it. So some of the best synergy cards on the top end, you've got Ugin, which exiles cards from your library, and you get a 2/2, then you put a counter on Laelia. The new Urabrask, pretty bad, but in this deck isn't too bad. It kind of pumps it up. All the Chandras seem to like exiling the top card of your library, and then casting that, and if you can't, some other things normally happen. So you've got a lot of the Chandras in here as well. Be wary that this doesn't actually synergize with cards like Rob of the Rich, because Rob of the Rich exiles your opponent's cards, and so does Rahilda actually seeks them instead. But they're still powerful enough, I think, to warrant their inclusion within the deck. But yeah, I found this deck to be really powerful, and if you're not into Prosper, then Laelia is kind of like a nice little halfway point, because Prosper kind of dominates the format, so he'll be facing tier 1. Laelia is new, and I think she is definitely a bit of a sleeper hit here. Some really great synergies. Bit of a thinking person's deck, if you're into that. So the deck list will be in the description below, so make sure to check that out if you fancy tinkering around and having a go. And don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really helps the channel more than you think. And let's get into the gameplay. We go first. Whoa, something's wrong with the game. Starting hand's pretty juicy there. We got a couple of 1-drops, Arcane Signet. That's definitely what we need versus the Jadar deck, because as soon as they have Jadar out, they're going to be able to get a 2/2. But in this case, we should be able to kill him before they make a zombie, which is very useful, unless they thought Thoughtseize or Duress here. Which, Dark Ritual, holy poop. Well, they're still not going to get a zombie. So let's kill him. That was a lot of stuff to play on. So on turn 1 they played 3 things. So they're 3 cards down already. Pretty crazy. And I don't really want to play this yet, because if we exile a land with this, we won't be able to play it. So we'll chill for now. They still have so many cards in hand, but you know. I suppose the general was one, wasn't it? Yeah, 1, 2. It's kind of 2 cards, yeah. Makes sense. Tap land. I think I want to go for Laelia, but issue with that is she always dies. So I think I'll go with Magmatic Channeler first, and then go for the land. Because Laelia is so vulnerable. She's only got 2 toughness. So against let's think. Against red, she's pretty bad. Against black, I mean, the thing about black is black just kills everything, right? So black's good against every creature without any defense systems. Yeah, that's just the way it is. Probably why stuff like this isn't played too often, but the value they can give you is really awesome to see. So Laelia wouldn't have necessarily died from that, but they do have a treasure, so they could have actually enforced that to happen. Let's go for Mindstone. I think May's Mindstone. I'm very tempted, but yeah, let's go Maze Munch. They keep leaving the mana up, which suggests that they have a solution for our our creature. Why would a... Ugh, that's powerful. They're going to be able to draw cards. We will be able to exile it though with the Scorching Dragonfire, so this is definitely a must. Otherwise this draws them way too many cards. Way too many cards. So I suppose one philosophy of Laelia is you probably don't need to cast her early. Just hold her back until both players have run out of resources. She'll come down, steam ahead, and we'll see what happens. But Cabal Stronghold now taps for 4. Okay, Falconeth Noble, that's pretty annoying as well. Is it time to go for Laelia? We'll give it a go. We shall give it a go. 3. Yeah, we'll try and swing in here. They could have an answer. For goodness sake. So, there's no way to put a counter on her either. Damn it. That's so irritating. I just want to be able to attack with her one time. I probably should have gone for the plundering barbarian first. Killed the treasure, so they would have to use it to kill the barbarian. Maybe that was the play there. Let's draw a card. Unholy Heat. Okay, well we have another way to kill their Jadar. Or we can kill the Falconeth Noble. We'll see what we feel like here. Although Jadar just gives them 2 to 3 damage a turn when you combine its death with the Noble here. Well, we'll show them how it feels to lose their general over and over again. Because it's funny, isn't it? It's hilarious to lose your commander over and over again, even though it's an off-meta general that no one ever sees. Okay, Legion War Boss. Let's see what they've got here. Okay. Well, they don't have the kill spell for the Legion War Boss yet, so... do we give the Barbarian? No, because they could play a really powerful artifact, so let's just hold back for a bit. Oh, don't you dare. So if they have something like Bolus' Citadel, we can kill it with the Barbarian. So that alone is 5 mana. Rankle. That's interesting. And a Dreadhorde Invasion. Okay, so they can make us sack. They would... I don't think they will, though. They can make us discard. Which I'm not too worried about. They're going for the draw. That's interesting. So, yeah, now I'm going to draw here because I'm kind of desperate to kill Rankle here. Light up the stage. Let's think about this for a sec. Is there any need to attack first? I guess we will, just to get some more damage in there. We're getting some fantastic sack fodder for Rankle, so they're going to find it difficult to really make the most of this sack ability here. Shadow Spear. That is going to prove to be absolutely invaluable. Let's make Laelia bigger by exiling some cards. Ooh, Electro Dominance. So, definitely go for the Shadow Spear. And then... yeah, happy to pass there. So this is going to be a pretty close game. The Falconeth Noble is going to keep them alive though, because if they board wipe, they're going to gain at least 7 life on this field. Okay, down to 7 ourselves. So if they do board wipe here, do we just... don't think we die because we've got the Maze Mind Tome. We can just gain 4. Each player sacks and loses a life. Okay. Sack the small one. So they're going to continue to do this over and over and over again. So we have the kill spell for Rankle, although maybe the Noble needs to die here. Goodness me, they're gaining and drawing so many cards. It's going to be very difficult to... Ooh, Bontu. Okay, I wonder how many things are going to sack with this. See, in normal circumstances, this would worry me, but our field doesn't look too bad. Blood Chief's Thirst. Goodness me. So many answers. So, yeah, I think it's time to... yeah, we're gonna have to kill that Falconeth Noble. It's driving me nuts. Magma Spray, that's 2 damage. Weirdly, I think I kind of want to keep that. Yeah, we'll keep that. So Dominance can be played until end of turn. So maybe we kill... we've got 6... goodness me. How does this work? Okay, firstly, let's kill the noble, because that is definitely on the table here. And it's exiles. They're not going to be gaining any more life from that. 6, 7, 8. We can just kill the Bontu and the Rankle here. Yeah, I think that's fine. 5, 6. Get this stuff out of the way. And then we can also kill the Rankle. Yeah, I mean, I think that was the move. They'll get Bontu back, but not for a couple of turns. And then we can then just focus on dealing a bit of damage to them, because currently we're just hemorrhaging life and resources. And we can worry about life gain afterwards, hopefully. They're also losing life with the Dreadhorde invasion. Let's just hope they don't have any more kill spells. I mean, they've already used quite a few. Onyx. Oh, so they can make me sack something? They're going to choose to lose life. Wow, interesting.
I'll make my own.
But whenever they cast instants and sorceries, they will also
There has to be an answer here.
drain us. 6. Yeah, I think we need to go for Laelia and then go for the trample damage as well. We need to swing everything at Liliana. Try and finish her off with everything. Okay. Okay, so the boy is crying, which is just very good timing here. Okay, well, I can play the land. And I think we're okay-ish. I mean, they could just board wipe. They could board wipe, and then we lose everything. But then we do have the Chandra to kind of rebuild. Bastion of Remembrance. So they may have run out of kill spells, but they have still got some life gain, life drain. Plunderer. Whenever another creature dies, wow, we actually scraped the bottom of the barrel for that one and managed to pull through. Felt pretty good to win that one. Right, we go first against Yurok. Why do I always face a Yurok? There's so many generals. Come on now. I was talking to a friend about this, and we were saying how, and they reminded me of, there's basically like a forced win rate in Arena. So if you win quite a lot, which I probably do, it forces you to lose on average 50% of your games. So that's probably why a lot of my matchups are stacked against me so horrendously. Actually, let's not do that yet. I think what we should do is go for Laelia first. Then we can activate the Channeler, discarding a land, which pumps Laelia. It doesn't really matter. I just want to pump her up. There's no other way of pumping her up without playing the land as well. So, okay, so we miss out on 2 cards, but the damage is more important for me here, because they're going to gain life, and we need to get around that life link as soon as we can. They can 2 to 4 any card, but that does mean we can as well if they do use this ability. Okay, turns to the hand. I guess we'll go for this again. And we'll just filter through the deck again. So chances are I'll probably get a land here. Choose one of them. Although Strike It Rich is fine as well. So she goes up. I then just swing in. So there's a shock. And they absorb it. Now the fact they absorb it is interesting, because people normally take the damage in hopes that they can recur the ability here, but maybe they've got a board wipe. That's my thoughts. Solemn Simulacrum, okay. So they get a land, they can go for the Yurok in the following turn. So we can say, I think we're going to save the bolt, maybe to finish them off. Okay, we get a land. There's so many things in graveyard. Urabrask might be good. I think we just swing in with the Laelia first. They're going to block. It's inevitable. It's inevitable, Mr. Anderson. So they'll block here, absorb yet more damage, which is essentially what we don't want to see being read. Now the scary part is, if they get to 7 mana and they use Witch Claw, they probably get the ultimatum. So for now, let's go for the Chandra and diversify our threats, I think.
Go ahead, fight me as hard
Exile
as you
more
can,
things,
'cause I'm
so it's a
real
land as
stubborn.
she goes up.
So I'm a little
And yeah, we'll
hot-headed.
pass
So
the
what?
turn. Now being Sultai, they have access to lots of different very powerful cards. Ravenous Chupacabra, of course. It just had to be. So we'll try and kill it in response. Not that doing it in response really makes a difference here, but right. Oh, pretty annoying because the only interaction is just removal so far. Right, so they're going to search for any card. Holding priority. So maybe they have a way to sacrifice an artifact. I actually did the same thing in Breya. In paper Krenko. So let's get a card into our hand here. What's the best thing to get? We can get anything we want. Anything we want. I'm not really sure what's going to be that useful. I mean, it's a shame we don't have any of the artifacts that stop people casting more than one spell a turn. I honestly don't know here. They're blatantly going to win next turn if we don't do something, but I just... Maybe just go for the Ugin. I mean, it's the weirdest card in our deck, that's for sure.
You're lucky this is a warning
So
shot.
we've got 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Go for the Krenko, Laelia. Let's go for the Ugin.
Recklessness and fear.
I mean, God knows what they have. Whatever it is, it's not going to be good, is it? Let's face it. Probably the ultimatum. It always is. Unless they didn't get a land. But then they just could get the land here, couldn't they? And then play it with a 7 mana. What else is it going to be? It's a Sultai deck. Are they going to win any other way? Are they going to win in an interesting way? Key to the archive. That is a bit weird, actually. Discarding the Dream Eater. So part of me is screaming I need to kill them this turn, but I just don't think I can. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be close, but... just keep making things. Magda, see what we can get off the top here. There's a land.
This is a fun idea.
So they probably have board wipe of some kind next turn. I mean, if they... I mean, we just have to play aggressively, to be honest. Down to 8. I am a bit worried, but there's a lot of different threats they have to go for now. So Day of Judgment. So as expected, a board wipe. Although it is a bit weird to see the mono white board wipe there. So maybe we shouldn't have played into that, but they've got 8 life. Play Crafter, so we're gonna have to sacrifice a Planeswalker. So we'll get rid of the Chandra. Ugin is just a lot more broad in terms of scalability. That's pretty good.
Secrets manifest.
So maybe we should sneak this haste damage in the following turn. We'll definitely go for Magda. Yeah, we won't reveal to them that we have essentially 4 haste here and 2 haste here. So that's 7, 12 mana altogether. We can't do both of them, but they will account for the 2 haste, but they might not account for the 4 haste. We'll see. So they could just tap out for another border wipe or something. Maybe they're just baiting me really hard. I mean, who knows? Casualties of war. Yeah, this is the casualties. 5, 6. Let's do this. Oh, we have to do it for 5, don't we? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, that does suck, man. Casualties of war every time. Just brutal.
Petty squabbling.
And it's always the same thing. Always casualties, always. So we can play 2 of them. So it's a bit boring, but I guess we'll just go for the rocks. Yeah, that's a real shame. I mean, it does make me wonder what the hell else they really got. I mean, considering that they managed to wipe the field, sack a planeswalker, get anything. Great henge. Really? They haven't killed me by now? It's kind of weird. So they're on 8 life, technically. Hazaret. Oh my goodness, this is fantastic. Let's start with the Urabrask, because that gives us a bit of long-term value as well. Activate the Guardian Idol. I don't want to play the Hazaret as well, just in case they've got a way to... I don't really want them to know everything we have in our hands. That's 8. They give to 8. Did they have a kill spell? Oh wow, we actually managed to win that. I'm very surprised considering they 2'd twice. I don't really know what went wrong for them there. They had everything in the palm of their hands. Opponent goes first with Adeliz, the Cinderwind. Do not be deceived. This deck is incredibly fast and very powerful. They will get lots of wizards out, stop you casting things, and slamming with a million, trillion, gazillion, trillion wizards. And I'm pretty sure in the latest set, they've actually made a wizard or some kind of creature which is 2 mana with this ability now, which is kind of ridiculous. Strangle is a sorcery, so let's go for the tap land first. They probably have a shock or a lightning bolt because there was some hesitation before priority was passed to us. Brawl, well that has to instantly die, so I'm going to strangle him to death. I would gladly strangle him to death if I saw him in real life because he's an absolute knob. This card spells doom because he makes... oh, it's just crazy. Power level's crazy. And they're not playing anything even though they're an aggressive deck. Very strange. This is an aggro deck after all. How many counters do they really have? Okay, well we'll pass the turn here. It is a bit weird because you want to get Adeliz out. Maybe Adeliz is more of a finisher. Okay, here she is. So if they cast a spell here, our Frostbite isn't going to work. But the Fire Prophecy might. This does 3 damage. Even if they cast a spell. So let's see if this gets through her. So they're going to pump her, make her flipping out 5. Yeah, I think we'll put Torben on the bottom because that's better for an end game. Oh, then we just literally drew something that would be great with him. That's kind of annoying, but it's fine. We're going to Frostbite Adeliz here. And then I think we'll go for the Legion War Boss. This is a great finisher. He's an army in a can. So if they don't kill it, then they're going to have some problems. They've got 3 cards in their hand, which is good to know, because Izzet wins when they have a lot of cards. Dreadhorde Arcanist, they're going to be able to cast Infuriate if they attack with this. But of course they have the Shock. It's pretty annoying, actually, the fact that they had the answer there, but oh well. I think I want to go for the Unexpected Windfall here. Discard the Agonist, because we can cast this from the graveyard anyway. And if they counter it, so be it. Oh, we got the Unholy Heat. This is going to be decent. So yeah, we won't attack. Now, annoyingly, when they attack with the Dreadhorde Arcanist, they can cast the Shock. So it's probably for the best we didn't have the Laelia out here. So So let's test the waters with this Unholy Heat before the attack step. Because if we wait for the Dreadful Darkness to attack, should be a 3-3. I mean, they could just cast something from their hand here, which would be annoying, but... Wizard's Lightning. Oh, damn. So that will protect her. And they can Infuriate or... There's 2 or 3 options in the bin. They're going to Infuriate, so that's going to be... That's a lot of damage. Goodness me, that's got Trample as well. That's 10 damage. Wow. Down to 6. So we're going to have to cast a Chandra here and then cast one of the many kill spells in the graveyard.
Basically anything.
3, 4, 5, 6. So let's have a look. So 5. So they play land, they can give Adleys. 1, 2. Yeah, I think we just go for the Fire Prophecy. Keep it simple. And then I think we kill the Arcanist, because if we kill the Adleys, they might be able to just recast her anyway, so it's fine. And sadly, we can't go for the Ox of Agonis because we need to exile 8 other cards. So Chandra's on 2 loyalty, so, you know, if they don't go for her, then something like Infuriate would win them the game here, I think. Take it down to 4. That's interesting. So we'll kill her off to cast another kill spell from the graveyard. This time we'll go for the Frostbite. That's going to be 3 damage for 1 red.
Out.
Now sadly, Chandra's Minus does make the Ox of Agonis harder to cast because we're getting rid of the cards, but... So we could go for Cardoom here, which might be better than Laelia, but 3 toughness versus... Yeah, we'll just go for Laelia. They've both got haste. And then I think I'm just going to swing with the Laelia unless they kill her. Returning her to our hand. Okay. Fine. So we need something with flying to block the... They wanted the card on top, so that's not good, is it? Let's go for Laelia again. So the card on top is a land that can swing in for 2. Let me put this down to 2. Oh, they have the ramming up ruins, which means they'll win next turn. Unless we gain life. This is not good, is it? Right, let's sack the Mind Stone to draw a card. Light up the stage. So let's swing in here. I don't think we're going to be able to survive this, unfortunately. Yeah, this ramming up ruins is to won them the game. I guess we can keep digging, but yeah, we can look for something on the top of their deck. So what do we need? We need a combination of life gain and or yeah, nothing we can do. So they will just win this sadly with the ramming up ruins. Oh, damn it. So they managed to find a land on top which can cast their general, and the land on top which can just finish us off. They don't even have to play the general. Oh well, that's a shame. We lost to an even faster deck with all of the correct spells. Reminds me of old Standard, that does. Oh dear. Oh well. Oh my gosh, a card that I don't think I've ever seen. Imoen. Trickster Fiend. Friend, sorry. Specializes, and it does a number of things that I can't really be bothered to read, but I think it's going to be the green one because of the artwork. Draw a card and replenish your land. Of course it's draw a card and play an additional land. Flip a neck. Why is everything Simic got to be exactly the same? That's mental. So we must kill this imminently. Interesting though, different cards, stuff we don't normally see. Bergie. Bergie's going to be lovely if we can get her out. She basically gives us a discount of 1 red after you've cast the card. So you can kind of go off. Go off. If they cast the Imoen, I'd like to kill her as well. Interesting, they are going to hold up blue. So we're going to try Bergie here. If it gets countered, then it's sad times, but she lives to tell another tale. Perhaps she'll be bounced back to my hand. Veil of Summer. What? Was that a mistake? I think that was a misclick, wasn't it, the Veil? I mean, that's a weird way to go out. Not gonna lie. Don't forget to check out more of my videos, and also my Ko-fi donations page. You can donate as little or as much as you want.